everybody. It's the Dominic Calvin podcast. Big up yourselves, everybody that's watching. Josh, thank you again, mate. Bit late this time, but we'll let it slide. Yeah. Everyone, in front of me today, I've got somebody that I still look up to. I think it's very strange when you have someone who's I would say a close friend that you know, they're not just your, companion or your friend or close friend. Like someone that I've always said from the minute we met, like this person's different. His energy is different. He is different, and I want to be a part of that. So everybody, today I've got a very close friend. He's flown in from Dubai. We got Nana B. Come on, boys. Nana, what are you saying, brother?
What's going on?
What are you saying? What are you saying? So first things first. Obviously, man, just cut to them a little thing, because back in the day, this guy would get steaming and eat a cigarette, bro. Yeah. So, right. So we're gonna do the handshake for the Dominic Calvin podcast viewers. I want you guys as well to put your drinks up. Josh, I know your Heineken's over there, but get your drink, and we're gonna go top first, bottom twice, and then top. So first is the top.
Yep.
Even the thought that I'm drinking a beer with Nana is confusing me tonight. Top, bottom twice.
Bang, bang.
And then the top. Boom. Have a drink.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Salute. So, Nana actually was the first episode of this podcast. So, I know everyone keeps asking me, where's number 1 to 5? Because five is the first proper produced one that I did with the almighty, my close friend Josh, who's recording now. So me and Nana did the first ever episode, which is on my Instagram, Dominic_Kelman on Instagram. And this was when I was sort of trying to find a way to start this podcast in lockdown. So I said to Nana, we've got so much history, so I'm not gonna go over a lot of the things we did in that, but we're gonna brush upon them. But if you want to watch that episode, it's an hour, and it's on the IGTV part of my Instagram. But we're gonna go today through Nana's life, and in my opinion, a lot of you know who Nana is, and I have never seen him in this light that we're about to go into. Right, Nana?
I don't know.
You're like...
I think I'll get nervous.
You're like, is this a police interview? Right, so I want to go back into your past, like before we met. So we met at 18 years old.
Yeah, we're both about 18.
At university. So I want to go back to the start. Like, where was you born?
I was born in South London.
See, I'm already baffed. I
never
knew that.
There's the next couple of questions I can tell you're not going to know. Because no one knows this.
Okay, so what part of South London?
I was born in Peckham.
So you was born in Peckham?
Yeah.
Okay, so where does your family descend from?
Ghana.
Ghana?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have quite a large family, I would say.
Yeah, but they're not like crazy close. So I don't know them. We just don't see each other that much. In terms of my immediate family, mum, dad, brothers, sisters, there's 6 of us. We see each other all the time. Then I've got my dad's brothers and sisters, my brothers and sisters, cousins, all that stuff. I don't really keep in touch with my cousins and stuff.
Okay, I understand. I mean, I'm the exact same. My dad is from Barbados. My mum is from St. Lucia.
Yeah. And
same thing. But you know what black people do? If they're close and they're friends, call them auntie, call them cousin, call them uncle.
There's people that I don't know if they're actual cousins or just friends.
Facts. Facts.
There's one guy I've been calling my cousin for like 20 years. I found I'm not even related to.
Yeah, it's like, what is this? So okay, so your immediate family, how many siblings do you have, and so on?
So immediate family, I've got 2 sisters and a brother.
Okay.
So like I said, I was born in South London, but I lived in Ghana for the first 4 years of my life.
Right.
I was born in London and then moved straight to Ghana.
Right. Okay. So your parents, because you're the same age as me, so I'm guessing, did they move here just like maybe my parents' for work and so on and stuff like that?
Yeah,
for the opportunities here?
Yeah, they came here. They already had relatives and stuff here.
Okay.
But they were the first in terms of their parents were still in Ghana.
Nice.
So it's not like they moved here to join their parents. They just moved here. I think they met in Ghana actually. Then they moved here to kind of just start a life here and build a life here.
Okay.
They both went to university here actually in the
Right.
UK.
So do you know why they decided to go back once you were born?
They never went back. I went back. They stayed here.
Right, Josh, we're done. I don't know where this story is going. But this is what I'm saying already, and I know you lot that know Nana think they're at this. They're at the edge of their seat, like what?
No one knows because no one asked. So it's like
This guy could be on the run for all I know.
Kinda,
All right, so okay, so
let me
they went
break
back.
it down. Mum and dad moved here. Mm-hmm. I'm born, and then I moved back to Ghana to live with my grandma for the first 3-4 years of my life. While my mum she was kind of a young mum. She just finished university, getting stuck into her career. So my nan kind of offered and said, "Look, let me look after Nana for a bit. You get yourself settled, and then we'll come back." So that's what I did. I lived there for 3-4 years, and then I started school here. So the main thing that people don't know is that English isn't my first language.
So you can speak Ghanaian?
I can speak Ghanaian very fluently.
What?
And there was a point in probably primary school, secondary school, where my English has always been decent, but I was just kind of getting mixed up a little bit. So certain words just weren't coming out right. Do you know what I mean?
So hold on. So because this is interesting. So it's funny that you can look back and know at that time that
I remember just certain words. It's not that I couldn't speak it, but just certain words would get mixed up, and I just couldn't. There was a little part of my head that just wasn't. The wires weren't connecting properly.
That's amazing.
In terms of the language.
I understand 100% because it's a bit like.
Because remember, like I said, I moved here when I was 4. So at that age, 3, 4, you're not writing and spelling. So I can't read or write in Ghanaian, but I can speak it fluently. Do you know what I'm saying?
Madness.
So I can't. If you were to present something to me, I could guess what it meant, but I've never seen it written down in my life.
Okay, so obviously hard to remember, but was this a confusion then for you? Did you feel at that age, it's very young, so however much you do remember, are you trying to understand your surroundings, your culture, the people that you're speaking to? Did you feel like an outcast in some sense?
I think I was too young to feel those things. I can't even really remember the move. I remember living in Ghana.
Okay.
I remember living here. I can't remember a period of transition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to your start in primary school.
Yeah.
So tell me the dynamic of your family at this point. So your parents are in Ghana, yeah?
When I'm starting primary school,
Yeah.
parents are in London.
Okay, so they're in London. And where are you in your family circle in terms of your brothers, sisters? Are you the middle child or?
Yeah, middle. So my brother's the older one. My sister's second oldest, and then there's me, and then there's my little sister. So I'm in the middle.
Because I've always found it fascinating with you where I always felt, even to this day now that we're speaking like this, I always felt like there's a lot of deep stuff to you that we don't know and that I don't know. And I've always never found a right place or time to try and dig into these things. Okay. So growing up, were you close with your siblings?
Yeah, so me and my sister are a very similar age.
I've never met your sister.
That's
or brother.
That's mad.
Never, like.
Because yeah, they're all very much about, like, all of us. We live in the same era, or have done, and there's not that much age difference. Like I said, me and my sister are the same age, so she's very much in our social circles.
Okay.
And then my brother is only 5 years older than me, so he's not that crazy old. So
Okay.
Yeah. And I think my little sister's 5 years younger than me.
So, what were you like? So are you all living at your nan's at this point then?
No. So there's parts of this that are actually going to be hazy to me. Like I'm not actually even going to remember
That's fine.
where people are. At this
No
point.
rush, even if you need to take the time to sort of think about it.
But I know that I was living in Ghana, and my little sister wasn't born at this stage, and then I don't even know where my brother and sister was. My brother and sister weren't with me in Ghana. I think it was just me. I don't know the dynamic. And to be honest, I've never really asked. It's never, I don't know, I'm a weirdo. Like stuff doesn't really interest me. Like,
no, I know this.
Stuff just happens and I just get on with it. Like I don't really, do you know what I'm saying?
No, mate, listen, that's why you fascinate me. Because that's why you're not always likable. And that's why I'm not always likable. Because there's certain traits in our actions and personalities that people really love and really don't at the same time.
I hear that. Do
you understand?
Yeah.
So when you move, so are you in South London when you're in primary school?
No, that's when I moved to East. Yeah.
Right. So when you moved to East, did you move to Hornchurch?
No.
Because I know I'm calling East Hornchurch, it's Essex, but it might as well be. All you Hornchurchers think you're Essex, but really you're Elm Park. Yeah.
We lived on a council estate in Raynham.
Okay.
Is it Raynham? Raynham or Dagenham? The same anyway.
Yeah.
We lived in the council estate there for a little while, which I remember quite clearly. And that's all of us, me, my brothers, my sister, my mum, my dad, and then we moved to Hornchurch.
Right. Now, do you remember what your life was like when you was in the council estate?
I do. I do just because you're shit, alright? I got mad OCD. I remember stuff just being dirty, man. Bro. Not my house. My house is cool. I'm talking about, like the communal, the journey from the front door of the building to your front door. That was filthy, man.
Bro, I'm a plumber. Listen, I was working in Broadwater Farm Estate for a long while, doing a lot of pipe work and that in there, over there. And they're trying to knock the whole place down and rebuild, which I really think they should. One place, and remember, all these flats are the same. One place will be perfect. Perfect. But they're all the same. Yeah. Next place, heroin needles and out on the floor. I'm ringing my governor like, mate, I ain't going in there. Yeah. You must be mad. Give me 500 more quid. I'm like, no. But do you understand? So from young, but what I like about this story already is the strength of your parents. Did they stay together? As well, if you mind me asking.
They're not together now.
Okay.
They still get along like fine. You wouldn't even know they're not together. Like they obviously don't live together, but we're all in the same group chat. We all chat.
All right.
It's just normal, yeah.
Okay, so, but at that time we're there together.
Yeah.
So what I really find fascinating already is the motivation and sure goal to get you guys living in the right places with whatever means they had at the time. This is what I'm gathering. Because I'm guessing, did you guys stay long in that council estate?
No, not too long, to be honest. Weren't there for particular. Weirdly, I had this conversation with my mum a couple of days ago. I can't remember why I brought it up, but I just found it fascinating that we were even in that estate. Because that estate still exists. I drive past it every now and again. And I found it fascinating that we went from there to a significantly nicer place, just a nice area,
and back
just
then,
just kept going on and on into kind of better settings.
Because I mean, Hornchurch then. I mean, I still think Hornchurch is still reasonably a very nice place to live now. Reasonably, because a lot of the rough parts of Ilford, Seven Kings, Chaberleaf, they are pushing through.
Oh yeah, that's
to
been happening
Romford,
for
to
probably
Hornchurch.
the past 10 years. Slowly over the past 10 years.
And I still believe Hornchurch. I mean, it's very expensive to get property and stuff there.
Mad expensive.
But at that time, Hornchurch, that must have been a whole different world to you. So tell me what that period was like for you.
What are we talking about now, as a kid or kind of growing up there?
Well, wherever you like. So, what age was you when you actually moved to Hornchurch, Essex?
I must have been... Okay, so I moved to the UK when I was 3. Moved into this estate, Raynham. Moved to Hornchurch probably when I started school. So it couldn't have been there long, because I started... I started school at about, I think, just over 3 years old, actually.
Okay.
And by the time I started school, I went to school in Hornchurch, and we were living there. So it couldn't have been that long. Yeah, under a year.
And another crazy thing is you skipped a year from being smart. That blew my mind when I was at uni.
Your memory is so crazy. It's like impressive.
Tell them.
No one remember this, man.
So, okay. So, what type of like personality do you feel like you had now? Because I still feel today, I meet thousands of people. That's one thing I'm addicted to, and I think you are too. And your personality still just sticks out to me so much more than a lot of people. Okay. Take that how you will, whether it's a compliment or not.
I'll take it as a compliment. So
which you should.
Sounds like a compliment.
which you should, man. Which you should. We've kept in such great contact through both our ends, and you're not the best at it, and we've still kept in good contact.
And we've still managed to surpass 10 years.
Past, yeah. But from the minute we met, and we've done a lot together, and I've always throughout everything I've done that's involved music, stuff like that, I have always bigged up that you have, in my opinion, been like a level of a mentor to me. So what was your personality like at this point? So now you're in Hornchurch, you're in Essex, like, you know, houses are nice. Have you moved into a house then at this point?
Yeah.
You're in a house now. You've come from I'm guessing a flat.
Yeah, flat, little flat.
Like, what is that like? Tell me what that situation is like for you.
Again, I can't remember the transition so much. All I remember is being happy. Like, and I think that comes from, obviously, great parents. Me and my parents, to this day, get along very well. But my siblings, there was a lot of us, 4 of us. I think at this point, there's 3 of us. My little sister wasn't born. And we're all kind of a similar age, so we just got along. Because it was 3 kids in the house running around. We were just happy all the time, just doing our own thing. Me and my sister a little bit closer.
Closer, okay.
Because my brother was 5. If I was 5, my brother would have been 10.
Okay.
So yeah.
When did you start martial arts?
How are you remembering this stuff? Like even I can't remember this stuff. We haven't spoken about this maybe since the first.
I don't think we've ever spoken about this.
Yeah.
because I'll be with people that like, you know, now don't mess around. You know? I'll be chilling with someone. I'm like, what? Nah. They're like, this brother don't. Mess
I used to be a bit of a, I don't know, loose cannon. I was never bad. I was just a bit of a loose cannon. I calmed down a lot.
But this is what I'm saying, because I think people really need to understand the different variations of your personality. Okay. This is a big reason why I started this podcast, and I really feel people are starting to understand me. Like you've stuck by me through so many years, and so have so many close friends. But you know I'm fucking crazy. You know this shit, but you know that it's like, it's with a good heart, and I've always said that about you. I've always said that, even when I've had disputes with you, I always know that
everything either of us say, especially when saying it to each other, comes from a good place.
Yeah, exactly. Which we're gonna go into a lot during this, man. While you're here, and again, I'm so happy that I got to see you while you're back in.
Oh,
England.
same, man. I appreciate it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Very happy to be here.
So let's go into you being a bit of a troublemaker, because we will go into something which quite catastrophic, which happened to you. If you don't mind to go into that. So, what was happening at this point, like, which made you start to just wild out?
You know, I wouldn't say trouble. I've always been quite switched on, so I wouldn't say a troublemaker.
Yes. We used to call you P. Diddy, do you remember? And he used to make you vex. But bro,
I found the perfect medium between wreaking absolute havoc, but not too much.
No, but
so I never really got in trouble for it.
No, but you were still. But even in your amazing like business acumen stages of when I met you, because remember I'm meeting you a bit older. Yeah. You was in the middle of this just classy Essex bloke who had all these connections, but will probably kick you down as well. But you had this like, but I never always saw it. That's why it's mad, because I never always saw it. But it was always like, you could just, like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, yeah.
But I never always, it was always someone else going, and they just kicked down 3 more. Actually, do you remember the time when I was topless and ready to bag up 7 men in the bakery? in
uni, yeah?
in Essex Uni,
Yeah.
and I had my blazer off, topless, ready to get kicked down by enough man. And he was like, Dom, you need to just come home with me, mate. And I remember your white polo. The white polo, do you remember? You don't remember your white polo?
White polo.
From University of Essex?
No.
Your VW.
Oh, the car, yeah.
The car.
I'm sat here thinking, he's talking about a polo.
Oh,
I'm thinking,
sorry, no.
I'm thinking, why the hell am I going to remember what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
sorry. I was saying, how can you forget the
No, of
polo?
course, yeah. I love that thing. Yeah, I loved it, man.
You
Loved
loved that car.
Me and my dad fell out. Like the biggest fallout we've ever had because I bought that car.
Bro,
And he couldn't.
It was expensive, man.
He couldn't have been more correct about everything.
Bro, but I remember because the thing is, with Nana, you which I love still, is you whatever you're going through, you're never showing people like defeat.
Do you know what it was?
You knew that car was too expensive, bro.
It was way too expensive for you. You got to remember, it's an 18-year-old student who's.
And you're renting
Yeah, I was working, but I'm making £5 an hour behind the bar. I've then
You had like 4 other jobs.
Oh, I've always juggled about 4 jobs.
So many jobs, bro.
And I've gone and bought this 15 grand car, £15,000, and I didn't tell no one I was buying it. I knew I had the money, so I've gone and got the finance out on it, blah, blah. I rock up at home, my dad's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you're a student, you can't afford it. And I said, of course. I said, I'm not idiot, I've done the maths. So I've done the maths, I can afford it. He said, yeah, you can afford it now, and there's going to be 1 month where it gets a bit sticky, so you're going to take more hours at work, you're going to keep taking more hours, then you're going to stop going uni, Everything he said was going to happen, happened.
But bro, there were points you weren't sleeping and you just, you'd be DJing, then you'd be behind the bar, and then you'd be marketing, but that was still something. And smashing your grades, smashing them. So I was like, this geezer ain't fucking normal. Like, I was kind of the same. I had 3 jobs at university. I was a nutcase. I was running around, fucking getting out my nut, fighting, doing all sorts of shit, but smashing the grades.
I think, yeah.
It was just a weird... Remember how young we are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, okay, sorry. We sort of went off on a tangent there. So let's get back into, because we know what men are like. We know growing up. I mean, I don't know about you. I'm an only child. Mm-hmm. So my cousin, he was like my older.
Yeah.
He was from Beckton. He taught me how to deal with girls. He said like, this is what happens if someone tries to rob you, jack you, or whatever, like them things. But I didn't have an older brother, or obviously I've got all my close friends around me, around this area, Essex, and all the way from here, like to Romford, Seven Kings, Chadwell. We had all different batches of us because of the tagging we used to do all around there, and like River Rom and all that. Yeah, so Romford Station, all of that, Seven Kings steps, all of that. So it was like, I've lost why I was going with that. It happens sometimes. Sorry. So with the ego as a man, you just think in your head, I've got to punch up everybody, right? In some sense?
No, it's more, I'm still like this today, except I don't solve problems the way I used to solve problems. It's more, I don't like bullies. I don't like...
Hate them.
I don't like people... I'm not even talking about me, I'm just talking about I can't watch someone else get bullied. So if I see someone acting up, whether it's to me or to someone else, I had to say something. And that was always the case. That was why I kind of clashed heads with a few people growing up, because I was a little kid. I wasn't big. I'm still not big. I was kind of a little kid, and then so people would try.
Yeah, but you've always been ripped though, which pisses me off. I've always trained bare more than him as well, which bare annoys me. Look at me. It's because of the beer, I know. But you go and say.
So people, almost to make a point, people would try at me thinking, oh, he's not going to do anything. So just to make a point, I would do something. I'd go nuts, and we'd have a big fight, and they'd end up in a bad way. And then from then onwards, I've actually never been bullied in my life because of that. Because it took almost like I made a point of the first person who even tried to do that, and everyone saw it. Everyone around saw it and thought, "Was that? I don't even want that stress. I don't want that trouble.
Like,
I'll go pick on someone."
And I don't mean to bring this to myself. That's one thing everyone keeps saying. Yeah, talk about yourself. I have never been bullied. Excuse me. There's so much mad shit that's happened to me or nearly happened to me outside, like, how can I say, like, professional settings.
Yeah.
No one's bullying me outside of a professional setting. I've never had it, luckily. Even at school, I've never had that. I've never been bullied. But the first time I've been bullied was when I stepped into a corporate world.
Okay.
Twice. And I was bullied. I was bullied in one job. I was there for nearly 2 years. And then I was in another job for nearly 2 years. And both those times, I got bullied by women who were above me. And three things. Someone bullies me, I'll box them in the head. Can't do that in the office.
Can't do that. In the
Two, these women are like intellectually bullying me, so I can't box them in the head either because they're women, which I would never touch a woman. Three, I'm young, like, I've graduated, I've worked since I was 15, but I've never worked in a corporate environment, which thank God I got the hell out of. I'm a plumber today and I'm doing well. So, it's when you said that, like, never been bullied, like, how did you deal with the corporate world? I know we're going to skip, but we're going to go back.
Yeah.
But when you went into your first, like, corporate position, did you ever feel that there were people trying to...
No, but that's more because, rightly or wrongly, it's a kind of a... You see when people say... cut your nose to spite
your face, yeah.
I'm always willing to do that.
But I feel like you're more cutthroat than me.
Rightly or wrongly, so I'll do something just to make a point. I'll quit a job because, just to make a point, I'll quit a job. I've had a radio show, not the one I currently do. I had a radio show.
On Select?
Like, no, not that one.
Oh, okay.
I was on national radio.
Does Josh still run that, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he probably doesn't like me because I had to dash in from there and play for Project, but that's for another time.
I had a national radio show, what was talking 3-4 years ago, whatever. And just I was grafting.
Which you always have.
And
always have.
And one day he just spoke to me like shit.
You're the boss of the radio.
Yeah. And I was like,
can you give an example of how it was shitty? Because for you, because of your personality, I feel like the level of shitty can really range. So what was your level?
Okay, so this was happening, right? At this point, I'm DJing like 10 sets a week. I'm talking 10 sets in the 7 days. And in those 10 sets, I'm living in Dubai and I'm DJing in London, I'm DJing in Marbella, I'm DJing in Ibiza. I'm flying every day. So this show isn't live. I'll record it and then I'll submit it. And
I remember when you was doing that as well.
So
yeah.
I'm recording. So I'll finish a set at like I'll DJ from 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. I'll come home. I'll quickly record the show. Then I'll stay awake. I'll just drive straight to the airport and I'll jump on the plane and I'll fly. I'm awake for like 24 hours and I'm editing my show on the plane.
It's mad.
I'm just not sleeping. I'm grafting. And they know that. And then I'm not being paid for this show at this point. And so just to kind of build the picture of how much I'm grafting, I'm not getting paid. And the boss goes to me, obviously you're not allowed swear words or what's it called? Alcohol references.
Okay. Alcohol, drug references and sexual things, stuff like that, yeah.
It's a house music show, so I did do my show, edit show. Anyway, I submit the show and a little, what's it called? Basically, an alcohol reference sneaks through.
Oh, in like a vocal?
In a vocal, yeah, in a house music vocal. And it's such a distorted vocal. You know what house music's like? Such a distorted vocal.
We are.
Yeah, it's like that. So no one would ever know. I had no idea. I get this email saying, we've told you can't use da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. And I'm thinking...
I know already that you're vested. Was the exclamation mark in it? No.
Like, there was just bare capitals and shit there. And I'm thinking...
I know you're vexed.
I'm thinking, at this point, because I'm working a lot, so I'm making decent money.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I'm not even paid for this.
You're like, huh?
You need me way more than I need
levels,
you.
You're bringing viewers.
Yeah,
levels.
I was thinking, at that point in my career, I was doing very well. So I'm thinking, you need me way more than I need you. So I didn't lose it, but I got a way of, if I'm pissed off in a corporate sense, I'll just send a really patronising email.
That's it. No. But I remember. It's mad because obviously when we was doing our night.
You found it, eh?
We ain't gonna forget this in a hurry, mate. Yeah, do you remember?
That's sick. You still got that,
mate. Of course, man. I'll never forget it. I remember you just always being articulate in these types of settings to be able to do so.
Yeah, because I had to find a way to get my point across. Like I said, I just won't stand for. It's a disrespect thing. I pride myself in respecting everyone I come in contact. Whether I like you or not, you'll get respect for me. And it was a thing where I was just so disrespected. I thought I don't need this.
And it is an instant sort of feeling of how this person's come to you.
Yeah.
So listen.
Yeah, you could have delivered the message in another way.
So what we're going to do, as we start getting into a bit of a tougher conversation, we're going to have a quick toilet break.
Yep.
And we're going to go again and we're going to start getting into a bit more of a tougher conversation, yeah? Right, guys, we're back. And I was just saying how already why I love podcasting is I'm very close with Nana, but I've still never sat down like this and had these deep conversations, which is what I'm trying to push for men to do so much more. You know, I ain't going to go, hey, Nana, let's go for a pint. And he's like, you're right, Dom, how's your day been? So what was your birth like? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
you wouldn't ever have it. What I was saying is when you meet someone as an adult when we met.
Yeah.
Well,
we were fucking kids,
meet and
really.
then 18, 19, you meet and then your life together starts at that age. So you only ever know, you build your relationship, you only ever know what happened from the time you met. So beforehand, when we were younger, you wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, and again, you know, you learn so much more as you grow older on how to speak to people in general. And I feel you've got way better because you used to be, you're always a popular guy now, always, but you wasn't always the best with actually like people in general. Would you disagree with that?
I think still to this day I'm not massively friendly. Like I'm friendly,
but you are. It's weird. I can't explain
friendly,
it.
but it's just. Do you know what it is? I'm just so used to being kind of a lone ranger. I just go out and do stuff by myself.
Okay.
So I don't always need people around me, and I don't always appreciate people around me.
Okay. But that's good that you're able to, because I think people that know you that watch this, they're gonna see such a different side to you already.
Probably, yeah.
And okay, so again, quite a tough subject to speak about. So you're at a point in your life, and were you training professionally then at this point?
As a kickboxer?
Yeah.
No, not professionally, but I did get to a pretty high. I did it for years. So I started kickboxing. I must have been 12 years old, and I probably did it until I was about 18, until university. So yeah, we're talking 6 years of consistent training. We're talking training 3 times a week.
That's why this guy got abs still, and he ain't trained since 09.
And the training for kickboxing is intense, man.
Of course.
It's intense. And I was training like 3 times a week, and I was doing tournaments. I can't remember. My dad was driving me miles away doing these tournaments. It was fun. But yeah, I stopped it when I got to university. I stopped everything before university. I used to play football. I used to play basketball.
Well, that's not completely true, because one day he went, Don, we're going gym. We're doing 20 reps of everything.
Oh my gosh.
We're doing 20 reps of everything. Dips, press ups. I said, what do you think this is, bro? We're not in Ghana anymore, mate. I can't, literally, and I remember it like it was yesterday, when you're going to feel the pain tomorrow, Dom. So you're in Romford now. Like, what are your sort of friendships turning into at this point? Are you getting into trouble at all, or what's going on?
I've never been, like I said, I just think because of the way I was brought up, my parents are very on the ball, especially my dad. My dad was kind of strict in terms of you got to do the work. Like, you got to do work, you got to get the grades. I went to a private school for some time.
Oh, really?
I went to a few private schools, actually.
Wait, what? Well, in your secondary school?
No, throughout the whole schooling period. So, obviously, this whole thing where I started a school a year earlier.
Yeah.
So what happened was I started school. So I think the normal way to start school year 1 is like 4 years old, right?
Yes. Because it goes reception. Yeah,
I started school at, let's say, 3 years old. And they just, I don't know why, I don't know whether they just wanted to get rid of me, but they just put me in school. And I just cracked on, I just done the work. And it got to the September where everyone changes year,
yes,
right?
yeah.
And then everyone changes year, and I'm still sat in the same classroom. But they didn't tell no one. My dad's very similar to me. He's kind of like, he don't take any
militant.
Shit. Yeah, he don't take any shit. He's like, what the fuck? So I kind of sit in the same classroom, and it comes about, my dad just discovers, no one tells him, he just discovers that I've already completed this year, and I'm just doing the same shit again.
Right.
And so he goes down to school.
So what, they wanted you to repeat the year?
to get me back to the same year because I started a year early.
Oh,
so they reset.
sorry. Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
they want me to repeat the year just so I'm in the correct year. My dad goes down the screen and says, "What the fuck? Doesn't make any sense. He's already done. He's finished this year. Everything you're about to teach him, you've already taught him, and he's already ticked the box." Like, and then the school's like, "No. He won't be able to handle it. Like he's too young. Mentally, he won't be able to keep up with the other kids." My dad's like, "Of course he can keep up. I'm not an idiot." And I'm like, no, you can't keep up.
I can imagine that conversation. Older Nana going in.
My dad's way worse than me.
That's
way worse.
The dads are always worse than,
way
you know what I
worse.
mean? I can only imagine how that conversation went down.
So my dad goes the extra. He's another one. He just does shit to prove a point. So they're like, "Oh no, he can't keep up with the work." So my dad's like, "I'll prove he can keep up with the work." He sends me off to do an IQ test.
So wait, how old are you at this point? About
3-4 years old. But
okay,
young.
okay. So
no.
British...
No. At this point, I'm probably about 6 years old at this point.
Do British people do IQ tests? Because you know Americans always say your IQ's 99, and I've never understood
not
that.
as a standard. This was I don't know the full purpose again because I was very young. I don't know the full purpose of the IQ test. What I do know that it was to prove a point. It was to kind of justify my place in the year above.
Right.
So I did the IQ test and it came up with some mad. I did the IQ test and it came up with some mad results, and I was like super intelligent according to this test. To the point where the newspapers contacted. This is
your dad's thinking, we get money.
This is the maddest story.
All we do is win. You know.
My mum's in the background.
Yeah. I get money. You know your dad's thinking, this nigga making me rich.
Oh my god.
Hey, no, because I mean that is probably the best news you can ever hear.
Yeah, it went from oh he's capable to oh shit he's actually a genius. Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm using that word as banter, but I think just by definition you've got scales of intelligence.
Yeah, of course.
According to the IQ test, so it came
you
back.
You can only speak to someone and sort of gauge
it came
someone's
back,
IQ.
the psychologist who came back and he writes a report. It came back as he falls into the category of genius. So the newspaper just ran with that narrative.
That's crazy.
So I was in the newspaper and it's like genius child gets held back. It was. I read it now. It's so fucking funny, man.
Can you imagine? And you know he wouldn't be smiling either. He'd be vexed. You know he'd be vexed.
They come round and the newspaper come round my house. I remember this so clearly. God. Oh my god! They come round the house and there's a photographer, and he's like, right, you need to do something smart.
Imagine my man's holding a pencil or something.
My dad perched up next to this big old school computer.
Bro, I've got to hear this.
Big computer screen. And I'm pretending to type something. The computer ain't even on. I'm pretending to type something. The photographer's just snapping away. And it looks like I'm doing some mad lab report when I'm just sat there.
Tell me you got this photo, bro.
And that's what was on the newspaper. That made it to the newspaper. I've got the cutting at my old house.
That is mental. But hold on, so like, but what I love about this, when you can go back on these things, is like, your dad will even look back at that and be like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, probably think what's going on there.
At the time,
imagine. Me and my dad laugh about old shit all the time.
Of course, because as humans, especially doing like this podcast, there's times where I'll go back and watch an old, I don't watch it fully like an old one, but I'll go through it and I'll be like, you're a dick, Dom. I don't believe anything you've just said. I don't like what you've just said. I don't even believe, like, say I said an opinion and it's changed.
Yeah.
So you get to watch this, hopefully in 10 years time, you can watch this and be like, right, that jumper was mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But with the same thing with your story, with the way the media works and stuff like that, it's crazy because your dad's probably thinking, your dad's being told information which is like crazy, and for you as a young child, that can be crazy too. So because you might be growing up.
I didn't really know what was going on, to be honest.
Okay.
I just didn't really understand what was going on. All I kept hearing is that I was well smart. I was being told.
Well, let me ask you this question. And I do. So I'm going to ask you this question. And I think you're going to give me the answer I want. When you're in a room with people, a lot of the time, do you genuinely think, I think I'm smarter than a lot of you? Not in an arrogant way. I'm just saying, do you kind of analyse and go...
No.
I
analyse all the time. I analyse all the time. What
depends what rooms you're
people,
in, I guess.
Yeah. And I tend to put myself, honestly, in rooms of people that I know I can learn from. I don't really hang with people that I can't gain anything from.
Yeah. And to be fair, you probably like me, you tend to be in your own company a lot and you are with people because you want to be with them.
Yeah, 100%. But no, I wouldn't say I ever go into a
You're
room
not someone who's just going to be in people's company for the sake of it.
No. But I definitely wouldn't say I kind of go into a room assuming I don't, by the way, I don't think I'm intelligent anymore. I used to be. I know for a fact I used to be. I used to be extremely smart. I'm not anymore. I'm just an idiot now.
Okay. Well, look, I'm someone, I love telling people, good things about them, bad things about them, whatever, but, you know, I can't forget the time we had as a young person. You know, we came together through the love of music and fuck it, like popularity, you know. So many people knew you, so many people knew me.
Same, yeah, I was gonna say, same with you, like.
And thank you, and you know, I just never forget it. We obviously, you know, love you, Dan, but obviously, you know, not everyone's gonna work well together with people. But I feel me and you we had the same creativity goals.
Yeah.
But you were way more focused, way more intellectual at that point. My brain and my business acumen and my intellect and everything has changed so much more. I turned 30 in 2 weeks. So I met you when I was 18 and we did such great things at that age when we combined ourselves together.
Yeah.
I was AWOL at that point. I was crazy. I was loving life. I wasn't the best version of myself at that point, and we still made it work. So let me go back to, you know, when you were sort of getting in trouble. Now, something quite catastrophic happened to you. I don't know if you want to go into that, but I feel it would.
There's only a handful of people that know this, and when people find out, they can't believe it.
And you only told me this once before. Now, I just feel I'm only going to ask this question because I feel it may stop the violence out there for young kids and also help people that if they have been attacked like this. So you was actually stabbed before.
Yeah.
Now, are you able to explain the situation?
Yeah, I'll rewind to even before the stabbing. Like I said, I was a bit of a... I was never a troublemaker. I was just the same as every kid, just mischievous.
Reactive, maybe.
Reactive. That's literally the best word for it. I would never go out and do something mad. The madness will come to me, and I wouldn't stand for it, and then it would go.
And it would escalate, possibly.
So before that incident happened, we're talking like 3-4 years before that. I was. This is actually my dad ties into this. I was jumped. I was young. I was 11 years old, walking home in the winter, so it was only like 7 p.m, but it was dark. Walking home, and I'd just gone, it was Christmas time, so I'd just gone and bought, little 11-year-old kid, I'd just gone and bought some presents for my mum and stuff. I'm walking home, and out of nowhere, I just got jumped by like 3-4 guys, or kids, whatever. They were just bigger than me. I was quite a little kid, so I got jumped. I'm being punched, I'm having like the bag stolen from me, and I wasn't particularly hurt. I got hit bad. But I got up and I was fighting all, and this is when I had already started kickboxing at that point anyway. I've never been scared to take a hit. So I'm fighting these guys. Obviously there's 4 of them, and I lost.
Thank God that you're still here today, my brother.
Yeah, man. So I got home, and my mum was in bits. Obviously, mum was like quite upset. My dad's first question was, well, did you hit him as well? I'm like, yeah, of course I did. He was like, cool, yes, that's fine. And my dad, and that's kind of where it goes to where I said, like, I don't really. I mean, my dad is similar in that way. We just can't. We don't take kind of disrespect. So yeah, he kind of said, and from then onwards, his motto is, if someone hits you, hit them back. That's not necessarily the best. It's a funny one because it's not something I would teach someone, but it's something I'll stand by to the day I die.
But it's hard, Nana, because it's funny you just said that, because I was listening to a podcast today. I do a lot of driving in my plumbing job, and a guy, he went to prison. So a guy stole some merchandise or whatever from this brother, and while he was stealing it, he threatened the woman with a knife and the kid. This brother said, nah, I'm gonna find this guy. Found him, tortured him, went to prison for 20 years.
Wow, okay.
But on every parole hearing, he kept saying, I don't regret it, I'll do it again.
I feel like it's the kind of issue that I've got. No, there's a part of me don't say that. I'll do it again.
But it was nice that you kind of just said that same sentiment, that you can't always, you can't hit back.
I don't advocate
but it's
that kind of behaviour.
But it's
tough,
tough,
I do
man.
very much advocate standing up for yourself. And if you can do that without fighting them, perfect, because it's just doesn't solve anything by doing.
But the thing that I know it's run by ego a lot of the time. Like,
because that's how the second incident happened.
So what was the second incident? Sorry.
The second incident was.
I don't know the second incident.
No, the second incident when I got stabbed.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were saying the first incident when you got...
The first incident was when I got jumped.
I didn't know
Probably
that.
the only two times, going through that period of kind of school, I've been in a lot of fights.
Sorry, I thought you were saying you got stabbed at 11.
No.
Sorry.
I was 16.
That's what I was like, oh,
16,
wow.
I was 16.
Okay, so sorry, so the second incident is when this happened.
When I got stabbed,
okay,
I was
yeah.
16.
So what happened there then?
And yeah, like, it was a case of... the group of us, at that age, and I'm still friends with all those guys now. At that age, I had a very solid group of friends. And it was essentially, someone had said something to me, we were all out, and someone had said something to me, and I didn't like it. So I pulled him up on it, and it just got escalated, and it became a fight between me and him.
At that exact moment?
At that point, a fight between me and one guy. We have this fight. Yeah, Romford. Yes, we have this fight. And then it just turns into, bear in mind, it's just me and this guy, and it just turns into a big brawl, because you got my guys over here, his guys over here. So you got my guys jumping in, his guys jumping in, and it's just building, it's just escalating. It becomes a big street brawl with 20 people. Some people are trying to break it up, but some people are just jumping in. It's a mess. And out of nowhere, my best mate, still my best mate today, says to me,
Arnie?
Yeah, Arnie, yeah.
Big up Arnie.
Yeah. He says to me, no, like, something's going on with your, like, he said, come here a minute, like, something's wrong with your back. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm fine. He's like, no, like.
Did you have like a t-shirt or jumper or?
I think I had my t-shirt ripped off me.
Okay.
So I don't think I had a t-shirt on. So Arnie's like, right, no, there's something wrong with your back, like, we need to take you to a hospital. I said, what do you mean hospital? I'm fine. Like, I didn't even feel anything. I said, I'm fine. He said, no, it's bad. No, I didn't feel a thing. I felt absolutely fine. But I thought, for Arnie to say you need to go to hospital, something's probably happened. But I didn't really understand what happened. I think with everything that was kicking off anyway, some ambulances were there. So
are you near Romford Station at this point? No.
This was It wasn't near Romford Station. No, it's kind of near Romford Station. But
so there's a lot going on around there. You got police, you got ambulances, you got...
Yeah, there were people about. So he took me only a couple of meters, like we're talking 6 meters to the ambulance, and the ambulance was like, you've been stabbed. There's just blood coming out of your back. We need to get to a hospital now. So they just jumped in an ambulance and they took me to hospital. So that's what happened. And thankfully, I was all right. It was on my back and nowhere.
Because that's how I actually found out, because we were getting ready to go out somewhere. Excuse me. And you took your top off. And it's crazy when someone takes their top off and you see these things. Because I remember being at school, a guy I knew, always smiling, always running around. I didn't know his parents used to do this, but you know, he took his top off one day just because it was hot, and he had whip marks down his back, and we was in primary school.
Yeah.
So you took your top off, and obviously at this point, I'm not saying you ever forget, but probably at that minute, you probably didn't even think that I would, because I analysed too much shit.
I
so
forget all the time. It's on my back.
Exactly.
I forget.
Exactly.
Until you brought up today, I haven't thought about it for years.
Exactly. So I'm sorry that we have to go into this, but it's to show people how quick your ego and snap decisions can possibly end you. Because
100%. Because the guy who stabbed me wasn't the guy I was having a fight with.
Wow, really?
It's the different guy.
And what did he just dip? Gone.
Yeah, he just popped in, bush out.
And that is the scary thing, is that, you know, I asked you, I mean, we never spoke of it again, and this was more than 10 years ago, you know, so I saw the scar, and I was just shocked, and I met you at a time when you were, you know, Lyland Scott, slick Nana, everyone knew ya, party event person, so I just, it was shocking, and even to hear you speak of that today is hard, and it's a testament to your character again, how you're able to sit here today and look at the man you've become. So guys, let's give Nana another clap again, man. And you know, we've never seen you like this. I've never seen you like this. So I wanted to go into as well, and thank God that you know, the medical staff and everyone got you to safety, and Arnie was there for you. And
yeah, man, Arnie had a big part, because if he wasn't there, I'm stubborn. If he
would have went home.
I would have just gone home.
100% would have went home.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone to the hospital.
100%. And I wanted to go into this as well as we go towards the end of this. How long have we been going for, Josh?
40 minutes.
Okay, cool. We've still got time. I wanted to go into, not saying that we had a disagreement, but you was upset with something I had sort of posted maybe online. And for the first time, probably the first time ever in our relationship, whatever you want to call it, because I count you as a very close friend, that you messaged me, and I was quite shocked. But as we go through it, I understood in the end. So could you explain to me kind of what you was upset about, if you remember anyway?
Problem is, I can't remember. That's the problem. I remember the conversation. I can't remember the context.
I think exactly basically it was around the Black Lives Matter movement time.
Yep.
And I'll be honest, I was in a state of, I had 5 people in my family die from COVID. I was jobless. I was in the worst place ever. I was in debt. BLM, sorry, not BLM. George Floyd was going on. Twitter was showing videos of people being shot by police, and I'm someone just like yourself, people person, don't care about your color, religion, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And I may have put some things out there that may have maybe come across wrong. Like, I think you was upset that I may have said something wrong against white privileges, possibly.
I think it was in some context.
And you said that a lot of people have been upset with me.
In some context, like I said, I can't remember exactly, but in some context, not supporting the movement to its fullest.
Okay, cool, yeah. So could you explain like what you felt?
I knew what it was, and it was a case of misinformation.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can't remember exactly what was said. That's the problem. But I do know that it was a case of misinformation where you maybe didn't have all the facts, so you were giving your opinion, and this is what I know about you, and something that I think I do well is I can vocalize my opinion in a way,
in the best way.
In a way, yeah. I can use words and language that will kind of relate to everyone.
To the exact.
Yes. I could think something.
Terms of the dictionary, English language,
exactly. I could think
so
of
that people can't misinterpret what you're saying.
There you go. I can think of something, and I can voice exactly what I thought, and it can't be misinterpreted because I'll use the exact right words. And I feel like in that instance, and maybe in other instances, you're slightly different, where what you're trying to say doesn't come out how you wanted to say it.
Yeah.
So you said something, and it didn't come out how you wanted, and I was a bit not offended,
Confused,
but I was
maybe.
confused and shocked. And I'm thinking.
I felt that way.
My first point is, why does this guy think this? Like, how can he think this?
Okay.
And then my immediate second thought is, he obviously doesn't think this because that wouldn't make sense.
And that's what you said to me.
Yeah, so he's just not vocalized it in the right way, and that's how the conversation came about.
Yeah, because I felt upset but it made me respect you even more because you was man enough to pull me up on it and message me and say, look, I care about you. And I think you said people have said da da da.
Yeah, 100%.
And I said, I don't give a fuck. Who said this? Who said that? And obviously, you know what I'm like. I'm flary, but it did make me sit back and think about what I was saying. And sometimes when I look back, some of the way I was saying it, because it was just a horrible fucking time.
Because we've had a very similar upbringing.
Very similar. And I think that's what I got upset about, that
Yeah.
maybe you didn't understand. No, sorry, that you chose, because some of my friends do this, chose not to realize that, no, I know Dom. You know me. So sometimes a friend will go, Dom, man, like this person said, da, da, da. And I went, excuse me, one, you know I don't give a fuck, and two, you know me. And that person who said to you, Dom's da 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 da, he's the one who messages me and watches my story every day on Instagram. So I get confused sometimes with people who watch my Instagram every day, because I see you all, which is fine. Please follow me, man. I'm showing you I'm a flawed person. I have been vlogging myself for 10 years. More, maybe more. So I'm not perfect, but I think what hurt me, sort of shocked me at the time when you messaged me, is I just felt like, no, you know me. You know that what I'm trying to say is, because I have close white friends, that people saying they have white privilege makes them feel upset because they don't think they do. But I think the way I explained it was not explaining what white privilege is properly. So you were saying, no, Dom, white privilege means X, Y, Z, which I know. But I think the way I was saying it or tweeting it, whatever it was, you was like, Dom, this is bullshit. I'm not happy with that. And I'm just happy that you did that, because there's a lot of people that they will text, I don't know, they will say things to other people, or they won't say it to me. Or when I'm out, no one says shit to me.
Just allow you to fall on your own sword.
Yeah, and I will fall in my own sword. I have many a time, but I think that's why I had to ask you about it, because and have that face to face with you, because I was upset because I just wish that, like, oh, Nana, you know me personally. You know I have no ill intent, or I'm never going to be against my black people. Never will be. But I'm more for people, because I've been brought up. I know people hate people saying this, but it's just the truth for me, is not seeing colour. I know people don't like that term. So, I mean, did I sort of come out a bit better after that, after we had that conversation?
Oh, for sure, yeah, 100%. Some good.
I sort of rambled there.
Some good friends of mine talk to me. I can't talk about political, socio-economic views and stuff all the time. No, I did law.
Sorry,
philosophy and law.
Philosophy and law. Sorry, that was it.
I talk about these things all the time. I just don't talk about it online.
That's where you go good.
I've got a very, very strong stance of, if you wanna hear my views on this, we can speak about it
in person.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna fucking tweet about it. I'm also not gonna stick it on my Instagram. That is not my medium. It's not my platform to push those views on. If I was to one day start a political blog, then I'll do it on there. Then I'll put it online. But that's why I don't share my views. But I talk about these things. I've studied these things, and I teach myself about these things. And I talk about these things all of the time. You have to, because it's your life. You're very much in it.
Okay. So do you think?
So that's kind of why you've probably never seen me speak about it.
Yeah.
But then you say something, and then I interject and I say, actually, no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
blah,
So
blah.
I was shocked because
Yeah, you would be shocked because you wouldn't think
'Cause I was like-
I'd even have any input.
But don't get it twisted. I will always know that you, even though you don't voice these things, I will always know that you're not just sitting there
100%,
clueless.
100%.
But that's another great thing about you is the mystery. Like I said to my friend Joe, I said, how do I get these 8 out of 10s, man? How do I get these galleys? I was like, obviously I'm not paying enough, innit? I've been pulling these old things lately, yeah? No, but he was basically just saying, mystery. A bit of mystery, Dom, because you have quite a bit of a following and people follow, not more than you. He told me I got 3 followers the other day.
Sure he did.
He really tried to hurt me, you know? He really... You knew you hurt me, innit?
I was going to post it as well. So I said it, I thought, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, he really tried to do me dirty there, and I was like, "Right, man, he really hurt me." But and I've lost what I'm talking about. What am I talking about?
I can't even remember. It's about mystery and.
Sorry, yeah. So he was saying, you know, my thing is putting me out there, and it's working well. I get a lot of. My thing is, I don't know about you, but I get, because I literally put myself out there about my problems, my sexual desires, I put everything out there. So I get a lot of good back. I get a lot of people that engage with me because of that. But I also get people who they're not sure of it, who are close to me.
Yeah.
Because they're not a part of that world or understand the media, YouTube world. Do you get it? And sometimes that's hard because I'm not gonna stop doing it because I really love what I do, and I feel like I'm helping more people than not. I make fun of myself all day, every day. Do you know what? When people come onto my Instagram and see my Instagram, I want them to come on and laugh.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So let's go back to you again. I know we were just talking about me for a while there, but it was weird because I felt like. The reason I brought that message up that you DM me is that I felt like that was a pinpoint in like our friendship where I was like, do you know what? Someone who does that is a real friend, you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It was a new point because we'd never spoken about those kind of issues or anything before. So it was a new level to the friendship. It's just another point of growth.
So growing up, how did you feel being like, not saying you was the only black person, but having a lot of white friends?
Most places when I was the only black person. Most. And like I said, I don't speak about this stuff online. I just don't think it's the correct medium for me.
And have you a big platform? You got like 20,000 followers or something like that now?
Yeah, 18.1, but who's counting?
These Elm Park boys. 1 second, I'm going toilet after that. So I was just, it was weird. It was like a bittersweet thing for me, Nana, where I was like, I'm happy you did that because I'm weird. When I get in arguments with people, I start to like them more. I'm just a weird person. Like, it makes, because when you argue with people, I feel like you get this different level of understanding of them.
Yeah. Well, you get to know someone's mindset. You get to know what, I don't know if arguing is the right point, but I like to argue with people because from that, you get to know how they think. They'll tell you how they arrived at that point.
Because usually an argument...
Sorry, for me, like, you get to know how they arrived at that point. For me, that's the most important part. I don't care what you're actually saying. I care how you got there. If you got there by using nonsense, then I can't ever speak to you because you're an idiot. If you got there by using logic, then that's perfect. Even if your end point is completely opposite to mine, but you have a train of thought that is logical, then who am I to say I can't say anything about that? Do you know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
So that's why I get along with people that make sense. You have to, everything you say has to make sense. If you're arguing, you have to have justification for it.
So what's kept you in contact with me so long?
I keep in contact with everyone. I pride myself on. I know a lot of people, but I'm not friends with everyone.
Of course.
I pride myself on the friends I've got. If I've bothered to be friends with someone and it's been
it's proper,
and
you know when it's proper,
and again they've bothered with me, then that's a connection that I don't
for
see.
real. No,
I don't see that would ever be broken.
And people like us, we've done so much in like business things when it comes to music or whatever, where, you know, the boundaries of are we friends or not exists, but we've always known how to show people us and like a level of respect for people to, I guess, follow us and come to and come into our spaces, whether it's parties or our social media or whatever. But we know who our friends are, because I feel I've always just had he pisses me off when he's late, and he was on time today. It was Josh who was late today, all right? Big up, Josh. But it, like, I don't know, man. I just find friendship, especially in this day and age, like it's not actually, even though we've got all these connections and connectivity with social media, things like that, I feel like it's ever so much harder to stay really connected with people, really. Do you understand what I'm saying, or do you not?
I kind of feel the opposite.
Okay.
In terms of, I've got loads of close friends. I take my friends very, very seriously. To me, my friends are like my family. They're just as important as my family, and I'll do anything for them. And I know that the reason I'll do anything for them is because they do anything for me. For me, social media is a huge part in staying connected, because I'm moving around and doing so much and so busy. I don't have time to physically see all my friends.
Of course.
Or speak to them all the time.
Or ring
so
them,
how I connect to them is on posting stuff online, and they're replying to me and I'm replying to them.
Yeah. And you're a voice note guy,
that's how,
like me.
Yeah, so that's how I'm kept in contact. My friends, all the friends I've got, I mean, I've picked up some new friends over the years.
Of course.
I've got friendships that are 10 years. I've got friendships that are 15 years. I've got friendships that are 20 years old.
Same.
And these friends will never go anywhere. So yeah, for me, the social media aspect of it is so important for me, keeping in contact. People talk down on social media a lot, and each their own, but for me, it's fantastic.
I fucking love it.
It's fantastic.
Listen,
it helps me stay in touch with everyone.
Absolutely. And also, and I think you're very good at the perception of you through your social media. Like when I look at yours is very mysterious, and it shows you traveling, and do you know what I love about you, Nana, is that you're such a serious guy, really and truly. But I love your little jokes that you put in your Instagram. I do not look at a lot of people's Instagrams, because I'll be honest with you, and I was going through a really bad time. I don't know if you've ever dealt with like serious depression. I know you've gone through some serious anguish in your life, but you know I'm very sometimes erratic, and so sometimes I go through a lot of these things, and like, I don't know, social media, sometimes it can be to my detriment personally, but I think for you, like,
I think
yours is very, it's entertaining, because it's just, I'm late here, I'm flying here.
This is the thing that I
this little joke, I really enjoy it.
This is the thing I try and manage. I use social media to my advantage, and I use it for fun. That's why I said. That's why I said I won't speak on anything important ever on social media, because, like you said, it could be to your detriment. Because if you post something that people don't like or disagree with, they'll just come at you, and I don't give anyone the opportunity to do that. I'm very careful about what I post, and everything I post is a big joke. So online it seems like everything's a big joke. Where in the background I'm actually working, I'm actually doing some serious stuff. Because I won't give anyone any. I
really do like the funny stuff that you, because you. That's why I love people and like humor and comedy, because I love dry comedy. You are the epitome of just dry, of something dry, and you sitting there going, like, it's, I don't know, your humor is the same humor I have. Obviously, I think you make your friends a lot of the time with the same humor you have.
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah. So whenever I see that sort of thing, it really does make me laugh. So, all right, as we wrap up, so you have a daughter now.
Yep.
Josh, come on, man. And it's funny because I've had easily 20 people message me. Who's that?
I thought you were going to say, I've had easily 20 people message me saying, Dom, you're a kid.
Oh, no!
Honestly, bro, that's what you're going to say.
No.
I was like, is he really going to say that?
Everyone's like, is that Nana's kid? Is that? People message me or ring me. Is that Nana's kid? Is that Nana? I don't say nothing because I don't know. But like I don't want to say yes, but because you're very secretive about your life in general. But what an amazing...
I wouldn't say secretive. I would say private.
But I mean on Instagram. Do you know what I mean?
I would still say private insofar as same as any personal information. Nobody knows how much. Nobody really knows what job I do. Like people think I'm just a DJ. Nobody knows about the 10 other projects that
you
I'm
do.
running
Yes,
on.
that we spoke about.
I haven't
man.
been DJing for.
Which I'll big you up on, and you're
appreciate
gonna smash that, man.
I haven't DJed for a year consistently. I haven't DJing was my living. I haven't done that for a year.
Easily a decade.
Yeah, easily.
It's mad to even think that now. Like when I really think about that, like obviously when we started to now, like you've done amazing, Nana, man. You should be so fucking proud of yourself. And I said to you this on your phone. I voice noted you and I gave you a very, very long explanation about you should be proud of yourself.
I started that message.
Good, mate. Got it. Like you motivate me, mate. You piss me off sometimes, but I piss myself off sometimes. So I know I probably piss you off sometimes. But it's amazing what you're doing. You're a testament to black people. You're a testament to your daughter, to your family, and you should be very, very happy about what you're doing. So let's give them another clap. But as we depart, what would you like to say? Anything?
Not really. No, I've had a fun conversation. I can't really think we'd be talking about DJing actually, which we did the first time.
Yeah,
so it's been nice. It's been refreshing to. Obviously, we met through DJing. We met through music a long time ago. So that's obviously a huge part of my life and our relationship. So it's been refreshing to kind of speak about something else and relate on something else that isn't music, because we're always talking about.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you. There was a point where obviously I was living in Ibiza and all that, and oh my days. Do you remember that picture I showed you of me with a nipple piercing? With a nipple piercing.
Yeah,
why didn't you slap me up, bro? I had a nose piercing, a nipple. I look like the gay genie. Listen, I love you gay people, but I look bare gay. I had a nipple piercing. I had a little... Did you see my nipples at that point? I messaged you and you went, blood, you look like an idiot. But what I'm saying is like, there were points in my life where, not saying I would use you, but say there was a point where I needed the knowledge or to know something. It's quite bad, but in some ways it's like using you. I would always go to you and be like, Nana, could you help me with this? Or
oh no, of course, that's everyone. That's the
which
point.
Is
that's
kind
the point
of using,
any,
but it's
the point
not
of any human relationship. You speak to people, you learn from each other. I message people all this. I message.
Yeah, who do you go to when you need help?
A lot of everyone I'm friends with. The whole reason I'm friends with them, there is someone who's better at you or has more knowledge than you about everything. So whenever I need something, I need something on this topic, go to this person. Whenever I need something on this topic, go to this person. I'm always learning. That's my. I love learning.
You do, but you're the epitome.
I absolutely love
it. Of an entrepreneur who's living honestly, who's crazily motivated, and has just got a good heart.
I read something the other day.
Mental, mate.
I read something the other day online, and it was like said something along the lines of, "Is this guy and he's super hard working, he's making a good living." Someone asked him, "What motivates you?" He's like, "Pay my bills motivates me." that's exactly what motivates me, man. That's exactly what motivates me.
Well, listen, guys, this is how I'm going to end this, because my granddad, God bless his soul, there was a point when I was earning really good money, self-employed. But if you're not working, you ain't earning. But sometimes, what is it, a penny? Wait. wait. A fast pound is never better than a slow penny.
What does that mean?
So, fast money isn't always better than slowly and surely earning for a longer sort of sustainable income in that sense. And I mean that even with friendships and, you know, I think we're in a time where people are trying to just gain things off people and fake friendships and clout and numbers and, you know, like podcasts. The reason I do this is to do things like this to connect with people. So again, guys, lastly, I love Nana. I love you, Josh. Let's clap Nana again.
Appreciate
and Nana, do you wanna say like any of your social medias and your media companies? Do you want to plug any of that stuff?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, if you want to drop me a message, follow me on Instagram. Instagram is where I connect with everyone. That's how I connect to people. I enjoy
Definitely.
Instagram. So yeah, my Instagram is @thisisnanaB. If you want a good laugh, read one of my captions because I'm a really, really funny guy.
He is funny. I shouldn't tell him he's funny, but he is funny.
No, I was joking. I'm funny, but
But guys, listen, I'm so thankful that I got to have Nana here today. And I wish him and his family the best for everything to come. Thank you, Josh, again. And guys, remember to hit the subscribe button. This shit ain't cheap, nigga. I'm joking. All right, guys, thank you again.
cheers, man.
Nana, big man.